Hi everyone, welcome to Visual Learners, the channel where we explore the amazing world of artificial intelligence. In today's video, we're going to compare the differences between different text-to-image AI models. DALL-E 2 was recently released to the public, but it's not the only game in town. With competition from the open source Stable Diffusion as well as the Discord-powered midjourney, and now recently, Bing's new image creator and Baidu's openai joining the fray. All of these services provide AI-powered and deep learning-based text-to-image generation capabilities, although each is quite different in its approach. These models can generate realistic and diverse images from any text input, but they also have their own strengths and weaknesses. Let's find out more. DALL-E 2 was launched at the end of September to everyone in supported countries by OpenAI. It is perhaps the easiest to get started with. Simply head on over to their website and sign up. You will need to confirm your phone number via SMS as part of the sign-up process, which may be a deal breaker for some. You get 50 credits a month free, with 15 additional credits each month thereafter, with more credits purchasable. Stable Diffusion is the most complicated but also the most flexible and potentially free option on the list. It is an open source project and you can run it on your own machine if you have the time and a beefy GPU. However, if you prefer an approach more similar to the credit-based website approach of DALL-E 2, you can use the beta version of Dream Studio. Midjourney AI is a platform that hosts various kinds of machine learning models, including text-to-image generators. You can use their website to create images from text for free, or you can download their app and use it offline. Midjourney AI has a large collection of models that can generate images from different domains, such as animals, landscapes, portraits, cartoons, and more. Some of their models are based on OpenAI's DALL-E, which is a 12 billion parameter version of GPT-3 trained to generate images from text descriptions. Midjourney AI's models can produce high-quality and creative images that match the text input well. Next is Bing Image Creator. It is a feature of Microsoft Bing search engine that allows you to create images from text using a simple search query. You just need to type in your text followed by Image Creator, and Bing will show you a gallery of images generated by its text-to-image model. Bing Image Creator uses a conditional diffusion model that maps the text input into a 64 by 64 image, and then upsamples it using text conditional super resolution diffusion models. Bing Image Creator can also generate photorealistic and diverse images that align well with the text input. Finally, we have Baidu's openai, which is an enhanced pre-trained framework for natural language understanding and generation. openai can perform various natural language processing tasks such as question answering, sentiment analysis, machine translation, and text summarization. openai can also generate images from text using a transformer-based model that combines vision and language modalities. It can generate images with high resolution and fine details, and can also handle complex and abstract concepts. These are all of the text-to-image AI models that have different capabilities and limitations. They can all generate impressive images from text, but they also differ in terms of quality, diversity, creativity, and realism. Which one do you prefer? Let me know in the comments below. Now that we have given a short intro to some of the most recognized text-to-image models, let's see how we can use them by using sample prompts and compare their differences. Hello and welcome back. Generative AI has been taking the internet by storm recently, and one of the things that we can do with generative AI is to use Bing's chat to generate prompts that we can use for image generation. So the first thing that we can do is to be creative and come up with good prompts that we could use to generate images using Bing Chat. So here we can ask around 5 prompts. That can be used to generate images using, for example, Midjourney AI. This is one of the ways that we can use creative prompts in order to generate images. And some of these chatbots can actually help us to get some examples that we can practice. So as you can see, it's giving us some of the most common image prompts that are used on Midjourney AI, such as a cat playing with a ball of yarn, a sunset over the ocean, and so on. You can ask Bing Chat to give you more examples. Instead of saying, we can say, we can generate more prompts just by adding the sentence, give me more examples. And the chatbot will generate more examples that could be used to generate images. If you want additional guidance on how to use these image generation tools, you can use some of the cards here. How can I use Midjourney? What are some AI generation tools, image generation tools? And can I use my own images with Midjourney? And you can slightly modify these prompts by getting a little bit more creative and asking it to give you lengthy prompts. For example, you can say, can you give me more lengthy prompts? And these prompts have a little bit more context than the ones that are given here. And this could be a good starting point. Next, the first type of image generation tool is that we are going to cover is known as DALL-E 2. And DALL-E 2 is an AI system that can create realistic images and art from a description in natural language. And this is the official website from OpenAI, and it's not free. There is a pricing for using this tool, so I'm not going to show you in detail because it's not even allowed in the area that I am currently living in. But you can create an account on OpenAI and you can practice using the image generation tool by yourself to create more realistic images. And here I'm going to show you a video made by OpenAI about their DALL-E 2 model.
Have you ever seen a polar bear playing bass? Or a robot painted like a Picasso? Didn't think so. DALL-E 2 is a new AI system from OpenAI that can take simple text.
So this is a simple video that shows you, that gives you some description about the DALL-E 2 model. As you can see, DALL-E 2 can create original, realistic images and art from a text description, and it can combine concepts, attributes, and styles. It can be used for direct image generation. For example, you can give it a prompt, and it can generate an image such as the one that is shown on the right side. For example, the prompt is an astronaut riding a horse in a photorealistic style. The second one is for outpainting, and you can expand the images beyond what's in the original canvas by creating expansive new compositions. For example, if you have an input image such as the one as this, you can become more creative and expand it to include more Here you can see that there is a bunch of objects just behind the woman on the image. The third one is for in-painting, and DALL-E 2 can make realistic edits to existing images from a natural language caption. So you can also in-paint inside the image and add more objects. For example, here we can write the prompt, add a flamingo beside the pool. Here in the image, in the input image, you can see there is only the pool, but when we give the prompt, add a flamingo next to the pool, it adds a flamingo next to the pool. And as you can see, the shading and the painting of the object is similar to the background image. And finally, we can add some variations to the original image. And these variations can be, for example, if you have half robot and half human image, then you can create some, you can modify the first image and make some adjustments by adding slight variations, such as the robot part can cover a quarter of the image instead of half of the image. So in 2021, DALL-E was introduced by OpenAI, and 1 year later, the newest system, DALL-E 2, generated more realistic and accurate images with 4 times greater resolution. So this is a comparison between the original DALL-E model and the DALL-E 2 model. And DALL-E 2 is preferred over DALL-E 1 when evaluators compared each model. So for caption matching, 71.7% preferred the DALL-E 2 model, and for photorealism, 88.8% of people preferred the latest model over the old one. And if you want to get more information about the DALL-E model, you can read the blogs from the original OpenAI page. The second type of image generation tool is known as Stable Diffusion, and you can go to the website stability.ai in order to get the API or more information about the Stable Diffusion model. So if you want to use the Stable Diffusion model, one thing that you can do is downloading the pre-trained model from the Stable Diffusion API and use it on your local machine, but you need to have a good GPU in order to do that. And the procedures on how to implement and use Stable Diffusion is given on the documentation, and they allow the use for commercial and non-commercial purposes. And as you can see, these are some of the images that are generated by Stable Diffusion. And another way to use the model in an interactive way is by using a platform known as dreamstudio.ai. And you could use the beta version of Dream Studio in order to interact with an interface that can help you generate the model without writing any code or having access to the API. So the recommended model weights are about, for version 1.4 are 470K, and a few extra training steps for the version 1.3 model. 440K model was made available to researchers. So the Stable Diffusion XL model is one of the fastest growing open source AI platform. And as I told you before, here you can get access to the Dream Studio platform, which enables you to use the Stable Diffusion model XL. So most of the capabilities of the DALL-E 2 model can also be used by the Stable Diffusion API, such as image composition and face generation, use of shorter prompts to create descriptive imagery, greater capability to produce legible text, and rich visuals and jaw-dropping aesthetics. So this is the user interface that you can use in order to come up with creative images. And you can also use the in-painting, out-painting, and image-to-image in order to modify the original image. For example, you can edit inside the image. This is known as in-painting. Out-painting means extending the original image in order to create additional features and objects. And you can use a prompt. You can prompt a new image using the source image. From an original source image, you can prompt a new image. So this is where you can access the API for the Stable Diffusion XL model. So if you want to get more information about the API and the billing, you can go to this website, platform.stability.ai/docs, and you can get instructions and you can get access to some of the frequently asked questions about how to use the APIs. So about the pricing, you can get more information on how to create a Dream Studio account and how to purchase credits by buying those credits from the platform. Here you're buying 1,000 credits by using $10. So this is the pricing table for how much each image costs. So for a 512 by 512 image with 15 steps, it's gonna cost you this amount of credits or these amounts of dollars. So depending on what kind of image that you want to generate, you can get access to the information from this page. And if you want to use the Dream Studio page, you can go to dreamstudio.com, and this is the About page. So Dream Studio is a website. It's a platform that holds most of the text-to-image models. It gives you option to use the Stable Diffusion, Midjourney, and other text-to-image models. So you can generate, edit, add, and you can get access to the models. And this is what the interface looks like. And you can get more creative and you can come up with your own photorealistic images. And this is a way on how to edit those images. If you want to get access to the API, then you can click on the generate option from the previous page. As you can see on the left side, it gives you a starting prompt, and you could use this prompt to create a custom image. Depending on the speed of your internet connection, it might be fast for some people, but if it's not supported on your current address, then you can use a VPN to get access to the API. You can sign in using your Discord or Google account, or you could create a new account for the page. So it gives you a starting credit for using the platform first. Then by adding more additional credits, which means by following the billing price, you can purchase more credits and generate more images. So these are the images that are generated by using the prompt: a steampunk submarine exploring a coral reef surrounded by exotic sea creatures and vibrant coral detailed surreal. So you're never going to come up with a more detailed prompt such as this one, but you can use a chatbot to generate more creative prompts, and you can uh, create custom images based on those prompts by using the Dream Studio platform, and it's backed by the Stable Diffusion model. You can also edit your own custom image by using the edit option on the left side. And there are three types of editing options. The first one is by in-painting, out-painting, and the last one is by using image to image. So you can upload your own image and you can customize it by using prompts or using advanced features that are provided by the platform itself. So this is an example image, and you can use, and this gives you the image count. And these are some of the options that you can use. These are some of the advanced features. And you can enhance the image by using different styles, such as anime, digital art, and so on. So I can choose the style of the image, and it's going to take a while to generate an anime character based on the prompts that's given and at the same time the image that you provided. So it's going to combine both images and try to come up with a new image. So that's all for the Dream Studio platform backed by Stable Diffusion model. The next one is the Midjourney API. And you can go to the official website midjourney.com in order to get access to this API. You can click on the Get Started button here in order to have more information about how to use the API. Or you can click on the Showcase option if you want to see some custom images that are generated by Midjourney API. Midjourney is also an independent platform which is different from OpenAI, and it's an independent research lab which explores new mediums of thought and expanding the imaginative powers of human species, as provided on the website. And here, when you click on the Get Started, you can go to the Midjourney documentation in order to get access to more information about the API. You can use Midjourney API by using Discord. So if you don't have a Discord account, you can download the app or go to the website. And here the documentation gives you more explanation on how to create a new account. So in order to get started with Discord, this is what the Discord interface looks like. And the Midjourney Discord link, invitation link, is provided here. So you can interact with the Midjourney bot on Discord, and the Midjourney server has different channels in which you can collaborate, and you can provide even your own contribution by using this platform. The community is supportive, encouraging, and eager to share their knowledge with other users who are just starting out. So you can see the server list on the left side, and the channel list is provided on the middle interface. And you can get access to the member list on the right side. So you're going to be interacting with the Midjourney bot once you add the channel to your Discord by using this invitation link. So there are a bunch of different ways in which you can generate images by using the Midjourney bot. The first one is by using the /imagine command, which produces a grid of low-resolution image options based on your prompt. You can use different buttons such as the upscale and redo buttons, which are provided down here, and there are also some variation buttons. The upscale buttons are used in order to upscale the image and generating a larger version of the selected image. So first you provide the imagine command, and you start the prompt by using this command. Then you write the prompt, the image prompt here, and the image will be generated down here. And variations from V1 to V4 allows you to create incremental variations of the selected grid image. If you want to customize the image or create slight variations based on the original image, you can use the variation buttons down here. The redo button allows you to rerun the original prompt, and it produces a new set of images. And this is what the upscaled images look like after using some variations. You can view it on the web by clicking the web button here. You can make variations by using this one, light, upscale, redo. So these are some tools that you can use in order to customize the image. Everything is provided under Discord, and you can use a bunch of different commands other than the imagine command also in order to customize the images. So if you want to find out more on how to get started with the Discord application, or you can also get access to the Midjourney API using Discord on the browser. You can just click on the Midjourney Discord here, and you can create your own account. You go to one of the newbies channels. The newbies channels are the ones that you're going to use in order to interact with the Midjourney bot. And the third step is you provide the /imagine, and then you enter the prompt next to that command. And then when you press enter, it's going to generate the images based on the prompt that you provided. And the fifth step is making variations to the original images by using one of these options, such as upscaling and variations. You can also rate the images, and after upscaling, you can also make some additional variations. And finally, you can save the image to your local machine, and you can subscribe to a plan. There are 3 options: the basic plan, the standard plan, and the pro plan. In order to show you what the Discord API looks like, I'm going to hop over to the Discord application. And as you can see, we have the midjourney channel. And you want to add this to your server. I don't have a server right now, but you can add the server to yours and click on continue. Then you can click on one of the channels here. These are some of the newcomer channels known as newbies, and they're given different numbers. And after you click on one of those, then you could use the / imagine command, and then you can enter any prompt that you want here. For example, I can copy and paste this prompt again here in order to show you how it works. So, as I told you before, you need to pay in order to use this platform. So since I didn't already pay, it may not show me the image that is generated by after I gave it a prompt. But you can use some of these examples for now. These are some of the buttons that I've already explained in order to make variations to the original image or some of the upscaling options and variation options. Right now, I cannot interact with the bot directly because there are a lot of people using the channel at any given time, and you need to subscribe if you want to use the platform. So that's all for the midjourney API. The final one that I want to mention before I close off is the Ernie API. And Ernie is slightly different from the previous text-to-image generation tools that I have already explained because it's owned by a company called Baidu, which is one of the most common browsers in China. And it's China's AI image generator, and it's completely free. You don't have to subscribe or pay additional fee in order to generate images by using this API. So Ernie VILG is an open source AI image generator developed by the Chinese tech giant Baidu. And Ernie stands for Enhanced Representations Through Knowledge Integration, Visual Language Generation. So you can read the paper, and it's provided on the link here. And this is one Medium blog which explains in detail about how to use the API. So the paper is Ernie VILG 2.0, and this is the second version of the model that I have already mentioned in the previous page. So the purpose is to improve text-to-image diffusion model with knowledge-enhanced mixture of denoising experts. So they added the MODE in order to improve the model a bit more. And as you can see here, you can see the architecture of the new model that they have deployed, which is known as a mixture of denoising experts. So as you can, if you're already familiar with the diffusion models, then it could be clear, but if you're not familiar, it's just using a combination of text encoder and a denoising model. And by using a denoising loss, we try to optimize the model. So you add a bunch of noise to the original image, and you try to get the original image from the noisy version. So this is about the architecture and some of the mathematical descriptions of the model. If you're interested about the inside workings of these models, you can just read the paper. And if you want to get access to the API itself, you can go to it's hosted on Hugging Face, and you can go to the website huggingface.co/spaces/paddle and Ernie VILG, and you can use some of the prompts that we have generated before. For example, we can use one of these, copy it, and take it to the API, and you can generate an image based on the prompt that is generated by Bing AI. And the second is the style of the image that you want to generate. It's going to take some time to generate the image, so while it's loading, let me just show you some of the styles that you can choose from this API. You have an ancient style, oil painting, watercolor, anime, and you have a lot more options compared to the one that we have seen by using the Stable Diffusion model. It only gives you access to some of these styles. But if you want to be more creative and use different styles that are provided by the Stable Diffusion model, then you can use the Ernie model in order to generate the image. While it's loading, let me give you some more information about the model here. So if you want to use the oil painting style, then these are some of the images that are created by using a prompt, which is an astronaut riding a horse in space. So the Ernie model was trained on 145 million images. And this is just giving you a visualization of the number of images that are used to train some of the biggest text-to-image generation tools. 2 billion plus images were used to train the Midjourney API. I haven't explained the Google image generation tool, but it used 860 million images. And there is another text-to-image generation tool known as Google Party, and it used 4.8 billion images. Stable Diffusion used 2 billion images, and OpenAI's DALL-E 2 used 650 million images. So in comparison, the Ernie model was trained on slightly less images, 145 million images. So let's go back to the API and check if it's already finished. As you can see, based on the prompt, a person walking through a forest with a backpack on their back and a dog. So here you can see there are a bunch of images that are generated by this API, and all of them show the context of a person and a dog, and the person is actually carrying a backpack. So one more tool that I want to show you before I finish is the image creator from Bing. If you are already using Microsoft Edge, then you can get access to the image creator tool on one of the tools here, and you can just provide the prompt here and you can click on create, and it's going to basically do the same thing as the Ernie model, and it's going to take some time in order for it to create those images. But if you don't have access to the image creator tool directly from the browser itself, then you can go here and search for Bing image creator. Then you can go to the website bing.com/create in order to create any kind of images by providing a prompt. So you can use both options in order to generate images, and you can use a bunch of art styles that are similar to the ones that I showed you on by using the model Ernie. And here you can see that the image creator by Bing is also powered by the DALL-E model. It doesn't give that much information whether they're using the first or the second version of DALL-E. But if you want to get access to the DALL-E model, you can just go to the OpenAI's homepage and use their API to generate images. But some of the images that you can see here are also similar to the ones that are created by the Ernie model, and you can compare and contrast all of the images from both models. That's all for this video. I tried to cram and cover most of the AI tools that have been released so far in order to generate images. So you can use one of these options to create images from any kind of prompt and customize those images depending on your needs.
Audio Jungle.